The third question, and I think we begin with Cyrus gets the first response on this. Jobs and unemployment. Unemployment remains at historic highs both in Missouri and nationwide. The current downturn is the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. Are there any steps the Missouri state government can take to create more jobs and to assist those who are unemployed?
You hit the nail right on the head. We have 9.6% unemployment in our state, and that's just the reported numbers. It doesn't count folks who've exhausted their unemployment benefits. It doesn't count those folks who've given up. We've got to start thinking outside the box. There was a program that was instituted at Lynn Tech recently, and it took people that were unemployed and fast-tracked them on jobs that work. Welding. It gave 27 people the opportunity to go back and retrain. And it works. And those type of things, to retrain our unemployed, to get them ready for the jobs of the future that are focused on jobs of the future, like better medicine, agricultural science, those things that are right here in our own backyard. That's the kind of stuff we need to be talking about. And we have to facilitate that. We can't just talk about it. We need to do it. And one way we can do it is take advantage of our institutions of higher learning when it comes to education. Missouri ranks in the top 10 for Garner research projects, agricultural science, better medicine, but yet Missouri doesn't do very well when it comes to transforming those projects into early stage companies. We rank 49th when it comes to entrepreneurial activity. That doesn't cut it anymore. So we need to start facilitating the growth of small businesses that actually create good paying jobs, not more minimum wage jobs. We have enough of those. And you all know that minimum wage jobs don't help you raise a family because you can't do it. And we as taxpayers end up paying for those. That's why we have to start standing up for our priorities, which are good paying jobs.
I think this is more of a long-term question, as there's very little the state can do immediately to help the private sector create jobs. The only thing they can do is create government jobs. Having said that, I think there are things the state can do. One would be to make sure that Missouri is the most business-friendly state in the country. I would start with a review of regulations, survey businesses to see what red tape is messing up the, what do I want to say, make it more difficult to do business. I think we need to review labor laws to make sure we're attractive to employers. I would like to work closely with the Chamber of Commerce to make sure that we are aggressively promoting things that are good about Missouri, such as our low corporate tax rate. Right now, I don't think it's a good time to cut our corporate tax rate, but as business improves, the economy rebounds, I think something like that should be on the table. And if we did cut the tax rate, it would more than offset the income that comes in from cutting the tax rate.
Government has an obligation to its citizens and entities in our state to ensure that private enterprise can flourish. That's what the government's job is to do, is to let private enterprise flourish. What we can't do is do nothing. And that's what's been happening. We can't keep kicking the can down the road. We've got to make the tough decisions. We've got to enable business. We've got to facilitate its growth. And we've got to make it happen, which is why we need leadership up there to make that happen. Right now, we need to focus on priorities. And that's infrastructure. We want to be able to attract the most talented, educated, and innovative citizens and students right here in Cole County. Everything we need is in our own backyard. We need to go make it happen. That's why we're running.
I appreciate Cy saying that we need to incentivize small business. He just makes the case for me that as a small business owner, I'd be the best person for the job. We're on the verge of a lot of great things here in Cole County. We've got the federal courthouse, we've got the new prison, we've got the prison redevelopment site, we've got the mill bottom going, they're trying to get the mill bottom cleaned up. All those things are going to make Cole County a better place to live and do business.
I just want to go back 1 second to the previous question. We have, right now in our state, some prime examples on why we've been sitting on the sidelines, especially right here in Cole County. 11 years ago, they set up the commission for the Missouri State Penitentiary. 11 years ago. The prisoners left in 2004. And here we are, 6 years later, still waiting for progress, folks. Let's talk about some of the other places of economic development. They've been talking about a conference center in Cole County for over 30 years. We've been talking about access to the river in this county for over 70 years. I'm done talking. It's time for action. That's why we're running.